So you've got this dream of launching your own clothing brand, right? Something that really captures that outdoor spirit. Well, today we are going to break down the actual blueprint for making that happen. And it all boils down to one single powerful idea.
And this is everything. Seriously, forget about just having cool designs for a second. The source material couldn't be clearer on this. People are not just buying a t-shirt. They're buying into a feeling, a community, a version of themselves they want to be.
Right, that's the big question, isn't it? But you know what? It's not about just throwing things at a wall and seeing what sticks. There's a clear, strategic process to this. So let's dive in step by step.
First things first, you have got to get inside your customer's head. What is their why? I mean, what's the real feeling they're chasing when they hit that add to cart button?
Look, it's all about aspiration. Most of your customers probably aren't scaling a mountain every single day. But wearing your hoodie, it makes them feel connected to that world. It's for the person who daydreams about escaping the city on a weekend, even if they're just walking the dog in the local park. It's a piece of that feeling.
Okay, this next part is absolutely critical. You cannot be everything to everyone. The word adventure is just way too broad. If you try to appeal to everybody, you're going to end up appealing to nobody. You have to pick a lane and own it.
And what's so great about this slide is how it breaks down your options. You could go all in on the grit of trail running, or the real chill vibe of van life, or even that local pride in, say, UK national parks. But pay attention to that little note there. Weekend hikers and camp life are the easiest to start with. Why? Because the clothes work for everyday life, not just for the hardcore specialist. That's your biggest market.
So once you've picked your niche, now it's time for the really fun part, actually building the soul of your brand. This is all about its personality, what you're going to sell, and of course, how it all looks.
Your brand needs a voice, a consistent one. So who are you going to be? Are you the earnest, inspirational type, with those minimal designs and calm, nature-focused quotes? Or are you the witty, relatable friend who shares funny truths about the outdoors, like, note to self, leave earlier next time? The point is, you just have to pick one and stick with it. Now for products. Please do not launch with a massive, confusing collection. You gotta start simple. Your absolute foundation is the Hero Tee. Think of it as your main marketing tool. It's the easiest yes for a brand new customer.
Next up, you need the Hero Hoodie. This is your cozy, higher margin item. It is perfect for autumn, winter, and let's be honest, it's a fantastic gift. It's that thing people are willing to spend a little more on.
And to round out your starter pack, the Hero Hat. Could be a cap, could be a beanie. This is your secret weapon. Sizing issues? Almost none, which means fewer returns, and it's just such an easy way to get people to spend a little more per order.
So let's just pull this all together. This is the strategy in a nutshell. You've got the Hero Tee to draw people in, the hoodie for a bigger profit, the hat to bump up the sale, and then a bundle that makes the perfect high-value gift. This whole setup is designed to keep things simple for you and the customer. Okay, so you have your brand, you have your products. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of building an online shop that actually turns visitors into customers. And trust me, the little details here make a huge difference. This right here, this is the silent killer of profits for so many online clothing brands. Every single return costs you money, it costs you time, and the #1 reason people send stuff back is just so simple. It didn't fit the way they thought it would. Okay, listen up, because this is probably one of the most practical, actionable tips from the source material. Do not bury your size guide on some other page nobody can find. Put simple little notes like true to size for a regular fit or size up for a looser feel right next to the size selector. That's the exact moment of hesitation. This one small change can slash your return rate.
When you sell online, your photos have to do all the heavy lifting. You need to show the quality with a close-up. You need to show the fit from every angle and the true color with a flat lay. But most importantly, that lifestyle shot. Someone actually walking on a trail or sitting by a campfire. That is what sells the identity we've been talking about.
All right, we've talked brand, we've talked product, we've talked shop. Now for the big one. How do you actually launch this thing and get those first crucial sales? Let's walk through a simple, doable plan. See, this isn't about some massive, expensive launch party. It's a focused, step-by-step process. You start small with one great design. You create a simple bundle. And then, this is key, you leverage your very first customers for social proof. Their photos, wearing your stuff out in the wild, that's your most powerful marketing tool, period. Then you just learn and expand from there.
Now that whole plan seems straightforward enough, but let's be real for a second. For so many people, the biggest hurdle is the tech. Trying to get all the details right on an e-commerce site, the product options, the size charts, the payment systems, it can feel like a total rabbit hole that just stops a great idea dead in its tracks.
And that is exactly where a service like this one comes in. Make Local for Global is literally designed to solve that one specific problem. They handle the entire technical build for you, so you can just focus on the creative stuff, your designs, your story, your community.
And get this, their local plan is designed to be incredibly accessible. At just £99 a year, it basically removes that huge, scary upfront cost that stops so many people from ever starting.
And just look at what you get. I mean, this isn't just a template. It's the whole shebang. They build the store, they handle the domain, the hosting, the payments, and two huge things. They don't take a commission on your sales, and they can have you up and running in just 5 days.
So, let's bring it all back home to that one core idea. An adventure brand takes off when it feels real, when it tells a story that people genuinely want to be a part of. The blueprint is right here. The tools are totally available. So the only real question left is, what story is your brand going to tell?